Just imagine that your best friend is in the same situation. He has dropped a vase. How would you deal with him? In many cases, this is the best way. Help your people to think a problem through themselves and find their own answers. Surely, this is the best way of dealing with them. Eliminate favoritism. Boost morale. Suddenly finding that somebody else has been promoted simply because he happens to be somebody great aunt's grandson. The favorite is the biggest curse in any organization. When they or their families are ill, sympathize with them. Show interest in their problems. This is where a good executive comes in. When something has been decided, announce it fast because the grapevine can beat you at it. Nip the minute mistake in the bud. Nip the minute mistake in the bud. As long as people are people, a certain number of mistakes are bound to happen. A good manager learns to allow for these things to do a good job in spite of them. He doesn't get easily discouraged. He is rugged. Many managers blow hot and cold. They are too optimistic when things are going smoothly and too pessimistic when problems start to pile up. That sort of attitude doesn't benefit anybody. Look at problems in their proper perspective. Don't get carried away. Sometimes people must let off steam. You can't help becoming angry and irritated at times. That is human nature. In such situation, it is a good idea to be alone by yourself and blow your top off. Kick a waste paper basket or write an angry memo, then tear it up. But don't make decision or take any action at such situation. If you can possibly avoid it, things will look a lot different the next morning. You had be surprised with people respect a man who is quite open about his own mistakes. You had be surprised but people respect a man who is quite open about his own mistakes. The wise boss is a friend. A strong manager respects individual rights. The important thing is not the work done by the boss himself. After all, he is only one man. But the work turned out by all the other numerous people in his setup. Remain level-headed when things go wrong. When something goes wrong, hold your fire. First, find out why it happened. When people do poor work, there is usually a reason. When you find the cause, attack the reason, not the man himself. Attack the reason, not the man himself. The more valuable you consider your subordinates' time, the more valuable they are likely to make it. That is good management. If you are busy when someone wants to see you, don't just let him hang around. To ensure that people have understood you properly, the best way is to ask them to repeat your instruction in their own words. I may be wrong, but don't you think that? Isn't it likely that? One way to look at this, it's possible that use such phrases and the chances are that your decision will be far better accepted. Use such phrases and the chances are that your decision will be far better accepted. I am Pon Meenakshi. Thank you for listening.